Okay, y'all. How y'all doing? Me, I'm doing good. I know y'all. I did a little bit, but now I'm gonna go more in depth. Y'all know I always go more in depth when it comes to these skits. So let me start with the meat and potatoes, or should I say the appetizer of the situation. And that is Mike trying to go to Marcus's house because Sonny is going. You are so afraid that Marcus is gonna end up with Sonny. You are so afraid of a lot of men wanting to be with Sunny. Sunny is a beautiful girl. And I wish she felt about herself the way these men be looking at her. But it goes to show that it don't matter how beautiful you are. That don't mean your man ain't gonna end up gay. That don't mean your man ain't gonna end up cheating on you. Looks only last for a certain amount of time, but character is something that lasts a lifetime. And I tell people, y'all need to start dating people based on their character and not based on what they look like. Because what they look like, you're going to start seeing things about that person you ain't going to like. Point blank, period. So, now I can fix my hair finally. I had headphones on, so it was kind of irritating. But anyway, back to what I was saying. But looks do not make a person's character or their behavior or their actions or choices and decisions. So the fact that that dude came in there asking Sonny to go to lunch, girl, you better not go, because that dude is going to end up being a stalker. He's going to end up being a stalker, and you're going to have problems. And I think that Sean is going to be the person that's going to be your protector. He's going to be the person to save you. As for Mike, please leave Sonny alone. Why can't you leave this girl alone? You made your choice. And Sonny, you should have never slept with him. You need to stop letting Mike control you. Stop letting that man dictate who you see. You have the right to do whatever it is that you want to do. You single. You letting this man sit up here and keep manipulating you. Just like when you asked him about was he actually living with Melissa, he lied to your face. Both of y'all need to leave him alone. Let Mike be by himself. See, that's the problem. It's always somebody else that's going to end up being Captain Save-A-Ho, Build the Bears, Build the Dolls, Seat Fillers, and Peoplers. And I think it's time that we stop doing that. And stop thinking you better than the last chick because you ain't. Stop thinking you better than Melissa because you ain't. You are not better than Melissa. Melissa's a pretty girl too. So you have two pretty girls that are basically essentially being played by this man. Just like Shayla's a pretty girl, Amber's a pretty girl, being played by a man. But it's even more funnier when you see attractive women go through this. And they talk about unattractive women like, y'all ain't never gonna get a man, but based on what we seeing, is it really worth it? Is it really worth being beautiful just to get dogged out in the same manner by the same men? Because they have all these beautiful women to choose from now that they got money? There are some of y'all that would drop dead gorgeous and set up there, and y'all built a man no differently than an unattractive woman did and went through the same thing. Interesting. It's just like Travis Hunter. And he gonna learn the hard way. That girl, yeah, they take pictures, but I have a feeling that it ain't what everybody thinks that it is. And when that girl get tired and end up with one of them NBA players or NFL players she actually want, she gonna take half his income and keep it pushing. Because what it is these other dudes ain't checking for her like that. So yeah, she dated Travis Hunter. But then again, she might love him, but I highly doubt it. I don't think she loved him, but then again, that's all another conversation for another day. So, Sonny, you just need to move on. Melissa, you and J-Mo gonna end up back together, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because both of y'all are about to figure out that y'all both been played by these two individuals. And then what's gonna happen is y'all gonna want some payback on Sonny, Mike, and Ernestine, and Trey. It's just gonna be a mess across the board. But then again, if Melissa can destroy Ernestine's life once, she can do it again. But Ernestine, you talking about that Chase and Candace didn't see what they saw. Clearly they did because you called her. trying to feel the temperature. Ernestine, you're messing with a drug dealer. You're messing with a man that sells narcotics. Not medical, narcotics, heroin, cocaine, all that good stuff. And yet and still, you went from a man that had a regular job to a drug dealer. Two of them. And yet, you're going to end up messing up yourself. Not only that, you're going to mess up your mama. Your mama done took the man's money. How long you think it's going to be before he find out? Trey already knows, and Trey hasn't said anything because he's trying to protect your mama. So I will give him that. He is trying to protect your mother. And I give him that. Ralphie. Momo doesn't have investment. She lying to you. She just wants your money. She don't want you. She want D. That's who she want. She want D. But see, what she don't know is both of them know each other. That's the part she don't know. She has no idea that both of y'all know each other. And Jocelyn, I know you don't want to get involved, but I'm going to need you to get involved. Wayne, I need you to get Wiley and Jocelyn to run into each other, and they need to play Inspector Gadget. That's what we need here. We need that. We need them to have a conversation. Or we need Tamara and Wiley to have a conversation. Or Rim and Wally to have a conversation. Where is Women? We like him and his girlfriend. Where are they at? Why y'all gonna bring Momo? We told y'all we wanted Ren and his girlfriend. We like them together. We prefer Tamara and her friends than this. Look, you know what? You know what I'm thinking? And some of y'all gonna write in the comments, you know what? I ain't even think about it like that. You know what I'm starting to think? I'm really starting to think that Wayne is not the one in control of this situation at this point. I think Wayne is on to something else. I think Mike is in charge. Mike, if you in fact in charge, D, whoever's in charge. Whoever's in charge while Wayne is gone, whenever he's doing comedy, please make it stop. Wayne, you getting your karma because of Tamar. Tamar gonna be your karma, and so is Tony. Not gonna be the girls. It's gonna be them kids. Them two. Tamar gonna end up with a baby, and Tony gonna end up screwed. Because that girl gonna end up playing him, and it'd be crazy if both of them end up getting pregnant. If that girl ends up getting pregnant, and Brittany ends up getting pregnant, and both of your sons have kids before 22. It's 22. Do what I undo. I'm gonna handle you. Didn't wanna do, baby. They're 22. Your kids are gonna have kids before they graduate college. Just like you did. They're gonna follow in your footsteps, Wayne. So yeah, when you said this is your karma, this is absolutely your karma in every way, shape, form, or fashion that it matter. And wait till your baby mamas find out about that situation with Tamar. I promise you, it's going to be very interesting. So, yeah, I'm going to see how long it's going to be before you cut ties with Rolanda, because it's coming. I want to see how long it's going to take you before you start cutting ties with with Anthony. Look, all I'm going to say in these situations is this is why you have counselors and coaches and mentors and therapists and psychologists. Because if you didn't have people that specialize in this stuff, y'all will be sitting up here making some of the most dumbest situations in life. But as for Amber, as for Shayla and Anthony, and I'm going to go into this one for the whole rest of the time. Shayla, read the room. He don't want you. It's over, honey. He has changed. He wants his wife back. Anthony, you know who I think you're going to end up with? I don't think you're going to end up with Rolanda. I think you're going to end up with PR. Because neither one of them you need to be with. You don't need to be with Amber, and you don't need to be with Shayla. You need to be with PR. That's who you need to be with. Because PR is the only one that no matter what you do, she's going to sit up there and make excuses for you. That's who you need to be with. And can we please bring Kelvin and his sister back? So that way we can get Amber back on rotation. Because we need a divorce. And Amber, why didn't you ask him why you ain't signed the papers? That's what we waiting on, for Anthony to sign the papers. Can we please, for the love of God, get him to sign the papers? But I'm going to get on why Anthony is still holding on to Shayla in this next video and the situation with Amber.